is Bounce Adams.
Fuck is this contraption? What's up, Cafe Diem?
Hey.
My doctor hasn't figured out what the hell is wrong with me. I told my doctor, for someone who graduated from medical school, you ask a lot of stupid ass questions. Like, what can I do to make you feel good about yourself? Well, doc, you're the only person who encourages me to get naked. And you're playing with my balls. But that's cool, because it's not gay if there's a copay. I don't like being called the R word. Yeah, responsible. Like, just in the event that I want to do something dangerous, like give head while driving. I don't need any passengers. I like to be honest about my limitations. Like, for example, I have fine motor dexterity issues, but, you know, it's cool. I can still do the basics. Shuffle cards, tie my shoelaces, give a magnificent hand job. I'm just kidding. I can't shuffle the fucking cards. I had to get psychologically evaluated a few years back. My therapist asked me, what do the voices in your head tell you to do? Laundry. Sometimes those voices give really good advice. Like, take your medication. Side effects may include headache, nausea, and exposing myself to homeless people in Choco Bottom. One look at my naked ass will encourage you to get your shit together. I have one question I would like to ask Barack Obama. Mr. President, does Ms. Obama grab onto those big ass ears when you eat that pussy? I haven't done that joke in a while. There's probably a good reason for that. It looks like y'all liked it, so hell with it. On that note, I'm back on the dating scene. I recently found out that there is a new trend in dating. It's called pheromone parties. And it's where a group of singles get together hoping to find that special someone, and they sniff each other's clothing. Okay, there's some creepy shit. I mean, yeah, like, ma'am, your thong smells like deception, manipulation, and divorce. Would you like to grab a coffee? It's a new joke, I'm working it out. I found out that I'm the Christopher Columbus of lovemaking. I did not discover the G-spot. I just landed on that shit by accident. And passed along some diseases too. For me, sex is like vacation for two reasons. I don't get it very often, and afterwards all I can say is, damn, I spent too much money. And I used my parents' credit card to pay for that shit too. I developed my own criteria for what I look for in a woman. Blonde hair, blue eyes, vagina optional. Then I realized I should not be that goddamn picky. So if you are over 21, have a pulse, and 2 minutes to spare, you are eligible for good dick on the short bus. We can wear matching helmets. I recommend doggy style, so you won't have to look at me. Shit, all you have to look at is the back of my head. It took y'all long enough to get that damn joke. Damn, I thought I was slow. That's my time, y'all. I'm bound silent.
Bound silent. Okay. Coming up next, Michelle Batty.
All right, so it's Monday, and Monday sucks, and it sounds like everybody else here is so happy, so that's really great for you. And I woke up this morning, and you know, I was like, I'm not gonna be one of these people that hates fucking Mondays, but I realized my husband had to get up early for work, and there's nothing better than leaving him with the visual of me like, you know, I always feel like, what, just close my mouth or look the other way or bury my head, spank it. I don't care what you do. Just the mouth, why does my mouth open? I have no idea. It's unattractive. But I guess nobody can relate to this because you all must be fabulously beautiful when you sleep. So fuck all of you, all right? But anyway, so then I'm laying in bed thinking, damn, it's Monday. I don't know why I don't breastfeed anymore because breastfeeding, I don't know if anybody else has breastfed in here, but it feels so fucking awesome. It's a little awkward because it's your baby on your nipple, but at the same time, you know, I'd be like, baby, why don't you go down here while she's sucking on my nipple? Why don't you go? I know, right? It's wrong, but it's true, all right? So good luck, and everybody better breastfeed because it's fabulous. So, but I don't breastfeed anymore, so I go scuffle down the fucking stairs. I can't see anything because age brings swelling. And it's the weirdest thing. It's like somebody put like one of those fucking penis, you know, puffers, whatever the fuck they are, around my neck while I was sleeping. And I'm just huge. My face is swollen. I can't see anything. I'm looking for the mute button for the kids. They need to have the coffee. I don't know. I sit down and there's Montel. They leave Montel on for me. So I'm I'm a recovering drug addict and alcoholic, thank you very much. And so Montel to me is the fucking devil because he sits there and he's like, just have the juicer. But Montel has glaucoma. He's got eye disease, so he gets medical grade marijuana. And he just sits there like it's fucking awesome juice. And I'm thinking, fuck you, man. I stared at the sun for hours. And my fucking glaucoma's not here yet. But hopefully it will be soon, and I can get back on that, because that's AA approved, all right? So I go outside, because you know what? Today I'm going to be like one of those people that talks about themselves in the third person. Number one. I'm going to take care of number one today, and I'm going to start with pruning the tree. I don't know what the fuck pruning is or gardening is. Like I said, I've been drunk for fucking ever. But so I found some tools, because my husband hides most of them, but I found like this machete type thing. So I started off with about 3 or 4 trees, and now I have about 2 sticks. And but it's all right. It's all right. But I hear rustling in the trees because I live in Short Pump, and it's all right because they had a little town meeting, and they were like, all right, no, it's okay because this makes us diverse. We've got the 2 black guys, and then we've got a couple of bombers, a shitload of Chinese, and then the baddies can be the other. So we're good. We're all right now. But they hate us. And so you'll hear like in the bushes, and I'm like, what the hell? And of course it's the neighbor trying to dodge my shit. And I'm like, oh, I see you, Bill. But his name is Bill. And he's like, buddies. And I'm like, you know, Bill, where did they ever get Dick from? Like, where does Dick and Bill go? Do you mind if I call you Dick? And he's like, okay. And I'm just looking at him with his fabulously pastel shorts, and I'm thinking, this sucks, and it sucks to be you. But I'm doing my bush thing, and it's all right. But then I said to him, you know, Bill, or Dick, whichever you prefer, what is it? Why do you guys keep the skin flap? Like, why? What's the purpose of it? Like, what's the debate? Like, cut the shit off. I don't understand. And he's dying, just looking at me like, okay. And I said, you know, come to think of it, if I had a schlong, I would be all over everything. Bushes and everything. And, you know, like, what is it like? And he's like, this is really odd. This is, I don't know, I'm just walking my dog. And I'm like, I'd be rubbing it on the dog. I mean, I just don't get it. I kind of wish I had one. If I had a wish, that would be one. I just want to have it for a little while. I just want to touch it. Just, you guys talk so much about it. It sounds fun. I want to get on it, you know. I mean, not that I don't enjoy my vagina. That's fabulous too. But the penis thing is fun. And so then I see the birds over there, and I'm like, you know, I am bulimic, so I'm, you know, would it be weird if I like regurgitated and fed my children like that? So he left, and that was good. But it's funny. A lot of, you know, my children go to their school, so the girls always tell me, like, you know, Mom, especially in the grocery store, you don't have to talk to the guys that take you out to the car, you know, and tell them that we're birth control. You know, and it's such a good form of birth control because, you know, well, first of all, we don't have a lot of money. I don't like to use poor because I'm in recovery, and we only talk positive, okay? But we have no fucking money. And so we take, like, ghetto trips to the grocery stores. And because sometimes if you go, they play, like, the most awesome music, the Journey songs you never heard of, Led Zeppelin. It's good shit. And then they have samples, so the girls know it's a free meal. Let's eat up, you know? But the best part is when you get those pumper ladies with their little tennis skirts and their fucking, you know, they're all, we drank all the vodka, but we're not drinking. You can't smell it on my breath. But I know you fucking drank. So I have my old daughter, my 13-year-old. Yes, I have a 13-year-old. I know you're all so surprised, right? But you know what? White people wrinkle, okay? Black people out there, it's not fair, and I don't understand why. But wait, I'm going. So I push the girls down the shopping cart to one end, and one comes back, and the lady's like, you know. But anyway, it's a good time for me, all right? When you're bored, go do it. Or when you have less money. So, but it's a good time. And sometimes you get one of the girls that goes onto the shopping cart, and it's a, you know, when you're mad and you're thinking, get the fuck up off the floor, I just run her over. Because that is, right, it's hysterical, you know. It's a good, you don't have to yell at children anymore. Like that poor guy with the shit and the dog. I want to see him on all fours again once I get my penis. But, you know. But, so it doesn't have to be all bad, raising children. You just fuck with them and make fun of, you know, make fun in a nice way. You know, like my daughter has big ass feet, and I don't want to be like, whoa, those motherfuckers are huge. But I'll go shoe shopping with her, and I'll be like, where's the clown section? And that's all right. We sometimes floss with those toenails too. I know there must be time or something. Okay, there it is. The other thing I just wanted to know quick is why is it that men, I get them, okay, we got the armpit hair, but why do I have to have the man pit hair? I don't understand the reason for it. And I'll go home in an hour and it'll be like out here, and it's just not attractive. I don't get the hair, the hair. The men that shave it like yourself, Ian, you're fabulous and can swim faster. But, all right, well, thank you for letting me do this. Still new, so thank you for listening.
Michelle Batty, everybody. This is Chris Limquist.
Hello, my name is Chris Limquist. I'd like to confess something with you. I am legally blind. These things you see right here, they're for a purpose. Anyone else legally blind out there? Anybody? No? No, you have to make a sound, some kind of sonar. I can't hear it. I can't see anything raising their hand, so if there is someone out there, just let me know. But I can see one thing, and that's the Olympics are a waste of time. They're a complete waste of time. And it's because we waited 4 years since the last Olympics. It's been 4 years. And all I can say is that the more we wait for something, the more disappointing it is. And the reason is, as I'm saying, think about a solar eclipse. When you think about a solar eclipse, what, it happens like maybe every 30 years that we can actually see. But I'm not bragging to my friends about it when I stay up until 3 in the morning to watch it. I don't go to my immediate family and say, did you guys see that solar eclipse? Because I did. It was great. The Olympics are kind of the same way. He's like, did you see that game where the USA beat Angola by 50 points? Because I sure did. And just wait till I have kids, because they're going to be the first to hear about it. And they've had 8 years to plan the opening ceremony, and the only things that I can remember from the opening ceremony are a very creepy baby head and the heroics of a British hip-hop icon named Dizzy Rascal. What a great, great man. But using the same logic, it's been 9 years since there's been an Air Bud sequel. And who would want a smudge on that franchise? No one can imagine what a bad Air Bud sequel would be like, because I sure as hell can't. And that's all I have to say about that. Let me go to my notes. Oh, yes. Does anyone here play fantasy football? Sonar, guys. I'm blind. Remember from my first joke, if you call it a joke. First of all, the main ingredient in fantasy is the word fantasy. It's a fantasy sport. And when you get this fantasy to people, usually it's everyday men playing a fantasy sport, and then you inject some imagination and you put some money on top of it, and it's dangerous. It's legal insanity is what it is. And I'll give you an example here. Every fantasy football league, if you're into it enough, everyone has trophies. Everyone has like their own little perks that they get if they do well, even though nobody gives a shit, because it's fucking fantasy. In the group that I'm in, there's 10 guys, and for one of the trophies, it's my job to create a trophy where I spend $30 framing a Miscongeniality DVD. I'm going to frame it, and I'm going to present it to someone who scored the most points in the league, because it matters. That's something that matters to people. And the worst part of it is that 10 people got into one room, and they all voted in this Congress-style way that this was an appropriate reward for another person. I can't wait to get the Miscongeniality framed DVD. Please let it be me. God, I hope it's me. People are put in insane asylums for talking to themselves. But last year, on Christmas, my family understood not to say a word to me because Tony Romo injured his hand. Don't talk to me. I don't want any fucking presents. All I want is a goddamn fantasy football trophy and a Miscongeniality DVD, you motherfuckers. Understand. Speaking of football, I work at a golf course, and there's a lot of fraternity-esque people there. They like golf courses, and they like football and all kinds of stuff, so that's my next segue. And I noticed the other day that we had a connection. And the connection was that we were both staring at a beautiful woman walking into the golf course. Let me tell you what, she was beautiful. She was a beautiful lady. But then I realized that the connection stopped there, because when he was looking at this attractive woman, he was planning. There was an intent in his stare. He had intentions. He was looking at this woman thinking, I'm going to take this baby back to my frat house and show her how many beers I can shotgun until the roofie kicks in, and then she's all mine. And then, maybe there was some planning, but the only planning on my part was, how am I going to hide this massive erection from her? I can't let her know that this is happening down here. Please let it go away. Oh, there she's in here. She didn't see it. I was hiding behind a plant, a small plant, in the corner of the restaurant, which wasn't weird. She liked it. And I just have to say, why don't they make an anti-Viagra? Why don't they make something that gives you an anti-boner? You know, they could sell that shit to fucking kids in middle school in their math class. You could make it in a gummy form. That shit would sell like hotcakes. It would be crazy. Just to let you know. All right, my time's out. I'm Chris Limquist. Bye.
Switch. Is this better? Chris Limquist, everyone.